child, no big brother. God said, son, only you came out your mother. I seen it all, yeah, never glamorized it. Much more to my thing, never advertised it. Made wrong choices, wouldn't advise this life. I was raised around drugs, it wasn't right. The stepson to a cat that they shot at night. Top shot, I saw the money, never saw mum cry. Only child, no big brother. God said, son, only you came out your mother. I seen it all, yeah, never glamorized it. Much more to my thing, never advertised it. Made wrong choices, wouldn't advise this life. I was raised around drugs, it wasn't right. The stepson to a cat that they shot at night. Top shot, I saw the money, never saw mum cry. Remember when mum nearly lost her eye? I was only 7, like somebody got to die. Teacher said I got a temper, well I wonder why. Plus granny 7 left me, now she's in the sky. I'm on my BMX, learned to hide it early, head all in a mess, smiling but I'm vexed, felt the elders let us down, taught boys hooked on white and brown, crush ruined our adolescence, got a degree, life lessons, Brixton, Campbell, well to Peckham, it's all blessings, ghettos in my essence, flip Motorola, green screen settings, phone book full of numbers, old school veterans, beef in the summers, on top winters, dodging undercovers like Coyote and roll run of my life is like no other yard Cockney you, black Londoner. Only child, no big brother. God said, son, only you came out your mother. I seen it all, yeah, never glamorized it. Much more to my thing, never advertised it. Made wrong choices, wouldn't advise this life. I was raised around drugs, it wasn't right. The stepson to a cat that they shot at night. Top shot, I saw the money, never saw mum cry. Remember when mum nearly lost her eye? I was only 7, like somebody got to die. Teacher said I got a temper, well I wonder why. Plus granny 7 left me, now she's in the sky. I'm on my BMX, learned to hide it early, head all in a mess, smiling but I'm vexed, felt the elders let us down, taught boys hooked on white and brown, crush ruined our adolescence, got a degree, life lessons, Brixton, Campbell, well to Peckham, it's all blessings, ghettos in my essence, flip Motorola, green screen settings, phone book full of numbers, old school veterans, beef in the summers, on top winters, dodging undercovers like Coyote and roll run of my life is like no other yard Cockney you, black Londoner, the governor. Dad gone step, dad on cocaine. Mum was at work with a bruise on her face, and if mum's at work, I'd rather play out in the rain. F Kane, me and them, why we ain't the same? No, we ain't the same. I served them the truth, no one couldn't catch it. Mum couldn't back it, so dad was my ratchet. Father protect. Man's not perfect and these racist pigs are taking the mick. Only had a spliff, now they're taking the whip. At me in Carter Street, that dirty little nick. So many stories I could tell ya. I'm writing chapters of crime from my failures. Even surrounded by bars, still writing my bars. 3 days max, no comment, a bus case. Yeah, I remember mum's face, looking at me like you brought old Bill to my gates. Young and moving bait, fresh out on bail, nearly missed my holiday. Yet we soon fly away, my Panamanian princess. Holding my passport, yet the truth's always close, no matter my distance. Trapped in the system, victor and victim. Today, sex on the beach, next week could be Felton. Hands up, I was a muppet. Don't act up it, he try to judge it. If I got away clean, you wouldn't love it, babe. Tomorrow could be payday, I'm one away. Trying to breathe while the system suffocates as I heave. Got something up my sleeve, tools of a thief. They wanna handcuff me and submit HMP. Crease, dad gone step out on cocaine. Mum was at work with a bruise on her face, that's why I never touched drugs. Hit a woman, no way, rate who? Me and them, boy, we ain't the same. Ain't the same. Ain't the same. Ain't the same. Now we ain't the same.
Always and forever, each moment with you. It's just like these bad minds will never be true. And I know tomorrow you wait said, and we ain't the same. So please don't even bother call me. If you go this, I go that way. You can have the rims on the range or the ice on your chain. Still remains that we ain't the same.
Yes. Rebel Advocates back again. What's going on, people? Tonight's show. First, we need to say a few things, okay? Listen, we're not against nobody, okay? We're not against nobody. We don't care about anything like that. All we want to do is talk about what's fair, what we think is fair. And today's subject, one of the subjects today, is about trans athletes. Trans athletes in sports. Now, is it fair? Is it fair? Trans athletes going up against women or women more so, I would say myself. Okay. Is it fair? Have your say on it. Let's go through some of the things. There was a person called Avi Silverberg, okay? This was a Canadian powerlifter, right? Who transitioned and decided to break all the women's records all of a sudden. Funny enough, isn't it? By 100 pounds, actually. So, like, he went over the records by 100 pounds. 370 pounds was the highest he went up to. It's a bit unfair, isn't it? We think. What do you guys think? There's more. There's a Hannah Mounsey, dominating women's handball player. And if you see this person, very overpowering and over look. I was looking at the video of it, and you could clearly see that this person was bigger than the rest of them. Bit strange. But let's just see. Is that Johnny in the building?
Yo, what going?
What's going on, Johnny? You're right.
Yeah, man. How are you, sir? You alright?
Yeah, I'm alive, man. I'm alive and kicking,
That's the main thing.
It's about, but today we're talking about trans athletes today.
Okay.
And I was just filling in some stuff here about a few of these athletes. I just spoke about this. Avi Silverberg was a power lifter. Broke the women's record by 100 pounds, lifting 370 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? The previous record holder was Annie Anders, and she this person transitioned 20 years ago, and was complaining about this guy transitioning at this time, which is a bit funny anyway. But I thought that was the hilarious part. They both transitioned, but one transitioned before the other, 20 years before, and then this one's complaining about that one. But
what's the complaint? What, that they done it so what?
No, I mean she broke her record, didn't it? This one broke this one's record, yeah?
Yeah.
But they both transitioned. One done it earlier, one done it 20 years ago. One done it yesterday, one done it 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
20 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
is what it is. It is what it is. Then I was on the Hannah Mountsie. This is a women's handball player, right?
Okay.
And I was looking at a video of her, and it was like she was like way over dominating. You know, you could see this wasn't a normal person, or it's a giant. You understand? You could see this one was different.
What you saying? You could see the shoulder then was broad.
I wasn't looking that hard, but you could just see. You could just see the person was big. You didn't even need to. You didn't even need to. Listen, they were doing the run-ups. Listen, I don't know. You know handball? It's a physical sport.
Yeah, when you're running up and then you jump in the air. Yeah, I know.
So it can get a little bit physical, but this one was like some basketball player was playing with normal people. You understand? You could clearly see there was a difference. You understand?
So you could have seen the Hulk was playing against everyone.
That was nuts. It was nuts.
Oh boy. God.
Then we got a Terry Miller. Terry Miller is a athlete. Does the 100 and 200 meter race, and they won.
Okay.
This person, they won the gold medal in that one.
Yeah.
In both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Then you got Mary Gregory. Broke 4 women's records in powerlifting.
Okay.
And then you got this woman, Fallon Fox. This is the first trans woman in MMA.
Okay.
Now I was watching that video, and I think there was she like broke the woman's skull or something. They were saying. You can check it out on wherever you want to check it out.
Yeah.
But it was a serious thing.
Yeah.
It was a serious thing, you know. So I don't know, mate. What do you think? What do you think about trans? Should they be taking part in women's female sport? Do you think they should be taking part?
Hell no.
Why is that, old chap?
It's just like, it just goes back to what you just showed, man, about someone does broke someone's skull, yeah. So that's the showing you. It's scientifically proven, and we know men are stronger than women, yeah, in the physical aspect, yeah.
Yes.
So if you're good, if you're gonna let men like compete in a female sport, it's all gonna go wrong, family. It's gonna go wrong. It's like, would you let a man play in a female basketball league?
I think they've done that already, you know, I think.
I'm saying it's all gonna go wrong, teacher. It's all gonna go wrong because it's all mad. It's all mad. Like to me, it shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed because you're not asking a woman that's transitioning to be a man to compete in a men's league. You're asking a man transitioning to being a woman. So already is unfair. It's not. It's like it just won't work. It can't work,
brother. This Leishia Clarendon is a player, is a guard for the Minnesota Lynx. Yeah, it's a WNBA. It's the first openly transgender non-binary athlete to play in the WNBA. They also won gold. They also won gold in the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup.
How is that? So what are they planning to do? Are they gonna? Because it's like if you let one in one team, you're gonna have to make an allowance for one in every team. You get it? If that's what they're looking to do, you're gonna have to put in something and be like, all right, if they're allowed one, we're allowed one. But my argument is, bruv, create your own league, man. If you wanna if you want to become whatever you want to become, teapot, saucepan, whatever you want to become, create your own league. Don't you can't be you can man, you can't be doing that because you're just waiting for injury to happen, man. Especially in a if it's a physical sport. I if it's something like what would you call a non-physical like sport?
What do you mean, like something like golf, maybe golf?
Yeah. That because I don't think the swing of a golf club. I think. See, now I'm contradicting myself because I'm saying stay out, but now I'm saying maybe you can if it's a non-physical sport, maybe you can adapt. I don't, bro. So it's gone crazy.
Well, look. This is the thing, right? This is the thing we're talking about because it's a physical advantage, right? If it gives
Yeah,
you the advantage, then it's not fair, right? So when it comes
not
to
fair.
right, exactly. So when it comes to maybe golf or something like that, or look, snooker, yeah, darts, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you might not need. It's not. I mean, look at the dart players. Come on, they're not the physicalist players, are they? You know what I mean? They're, you know, they usually got
Pub
balance in
man,
it. They're usually dealing with the balance with the big belly and all that something there, beer bellies, in it.
pub man.
So you don't necessarily need any physical advantage to get through that. That's more of a skill and a technique, right? Just
Hand
like golf.
it's more of a hand-eye coordination, isn't it?
Right. So maybe that wouldn't cause anything like that because I was watching a few things about this today and they were saying that when you transition, right, you lose
Mm,
you lose something, right? You're because you have this big frame, okay? You have this big frame and you have this big heart, right?
mm,
The
mm.
it doesn't pump like it would pump if it was a male. You understand? So you got this big heart. So you might lose stamina. You understand? You might lose
Mm.
stuff like that more. So you wouldn't it wouldn't. That's what you'd lose. That's what you'd lose as a transition. But eventually, that's what it said. That's what they said. Um, I got
Okay.
I got some notes here somewhere. Yeah, stamina changes. Stamina will change definitely in the long run, but eventually it will change, and then you might get injuries as a person transitioning. They might get injuries and all that stuff because they can't maintain that stature. You understand?
Yeah, yes.
Even though they've benefited before, you understand. That's later on. This could happen,
Okay.
But they said a lot of the reports were saying like testosterone is the main driver of muscle mass and strength. You know what I mean? Ma-
Yeah.
Males have advantage 20 of an average of 20 nanomoles per liter, right? And men and women have about 2 nanomoles per liter. So
Oh,
it's way there's a big difference there. You understand?
big,
A big
big.
difference there, and when they take away the testosterone, muscle mass reduces. You understand?
Yeah.
And fat mass increases.
Okay.
So changes. So there's a lot of changes, and there's dramatic changes in the hemoglobin, right? So
Okay.
that goes into the remember Lance Armstrong.
Oh, the cyclist. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, and he was doing that stuff, and that's a little bit a similar thing. I'm not sure what exactly doing, but when he was changing the blood around, it was giving him more. So he was
Mm.
obviously using testosterone, different testosterone, more testosterone in his blood to make him get more
Okay.
energy levels. You understand?
Yeah.
To increase aerobic
Okay.
fitness. So yeah, definitely we can see, and there's evidence of this. You know.
All right.
Go on,
You
sir.
see when you see when a man's but when they turn into woman now, yeah.
Go on.
How much would that come down from the 20? Because you said it's 20 in the man and 2 in the woman, yeah.
Yeah.
How much would that come down by from them turning from man to woman?
I didn't see, right? I didn't see, but what I did see is when you transition from a man to a woman, they're saying that you have to sit under a certain amount of time at a low level, right? You had to sit at a certain amount of time at this low level of testosterone, right? And
Yeah.
there was somebody that done this, you know, some famous fitness man, you know. He stopped taking his. He was normal, right? He's a normal guy, right? He stopped taking his stuff, and his levels went down to that level of the IOC, the Olympic Committee. They've got their levels of what they say, the rules of what they say can be if you want to compete as a woman. It's the same one. Remember this that Semenya, the Caster Semenya woman.
Caster Cement, yes.
It's the same one. They said, all right, she has to take her levels down. Her levels were natural, you know, so we're not bringing her into this thing. Her levels, I think, yeah. Don't quote me on that one, but I thought, anyway, they were said her levels need to be low at a certain level for her to come back in and compete. Or any transition person has to have their levels at this low level, right? So this guy is a normal guy, fitness guy.
Yeah.
Was taking some stuff. His levels went down, right, to that same level. So he could have compete. He could have compete with women
because his level would have been low enough.
Because his level were low enough. So if he, if he decided to say, "I want to compete as a woman," he could compete as a woman and go tear up get some world records and all that silly stuff. Do we agree with that?
Bro, I still don't agree with it because, all right, man's talking about the certain levels and that, but there's still like the physique and everything's just, brother. To me, it doesn't sit well with me, innit? But I'm not gonna lie, you telling me about certain levels has made me kind of reevaluate, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. I'm looking at it kind of different to how I was before, because I'm thinking, all right, cool. You're saying the levels have to come down for them to compete, but to me, it's still not right to me, man. Still, it shouldn't be allowed to happen.
Look, right. Even there's a few footballers. I've been looking at the football category, and I don't even see any. Do we see? I remember we know some good footballers that are women players, right?
Yeah.
But I can't see any level changes. Can you? I mean, do you see any of them? I mean, we saw them in the World Cup, right? We saw there was one in the Canadian team, right?
The Canadian.
What was this woman's name? Quinn, I think. Quinn.
Yeah, Sutton Quinn. Yeah,
Sutton Quinn, where was her name?
Yeah.
And she transitioned. But I don't
from man
remember.
to woman.
Yeah, but I don't remember that was outstanding as an athlete. I don't remember them or that person as an outstanding athlete, because this is what we're saying, isn't it? You got some advantage still, right? So maybe what do you think? It doesn't show in the football?
But it didn't, because remember, me and you was watching that game, remember? And then when they mentioned something, that's when that kind of made people take notice. But before, no one didn't take notice of that individual. So it's like what you're saying. It didn't work for that individual, or maybe it didn't work in. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
No, I hear you. Because that didn't shine as like the power lifter person, the power lifter. You know, who's just dominating all the thing there. Or I don't know about these women WNBA. I don't watch the NBA. or the WNBA.
Mm.
So I wouldn't know if they're slam dunking on these women or not. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a thing once their levels come down. Maybe it just puts them at a level where they are able to compete at that stage and fairly. I don't know. I haven't got the get me. We're gonna have to get some more knowledge on the whole thing and see if that's the case. Because when I was watching that Canadian woman,
Yeah.
it's like they were nothing special, if you know what I mean. They didn't have the skills. To me, they look like one of the worst players on the pitch.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Ah, it's real, isn't it? They can remember every time they got the ball, they lost the ball. They never had no shimmy or no little cutback that they were doing with the ball. So you'd have seen them as
Maybe
a
right.
woman that's
Maybe they were just chances. They were just chances of just saying, well, fuck it. Let me try this thing. I don't know.
maybe. But when it come, all right, when it's stuff like weightlifting now, it's like weightlifting's a whole different thing now because you know people there are taking all the steroid them and them something there. So I I don't with that thing I don't know how the weightlifting thing goes now because obviously to compete as a female, you're still gonna have to get your thing dropped to a certain level. You get it? So it's like that's what I'm saying. It's horses for courses, isn't it? Because, like man said, golf, maybe cricket, maybe certain sports where it's not really physical like that. You're just swinging an object and licking a ball. Maybe you're just like, cool. But when it's stuff like basketball, boxing, stuff like that, because I wouldn't like to see a woman go into a ring with a man and box with them still.
Yeah, hear that definitely.
But maybe if you bring down the thing, like you said, I don't. It's mad. It's all mad.
Listen, I was watching that one today about there was an MMA woman against another one, the trans one, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking, and she, the one who broke the skull of the woman, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking at other ones, and because she lost, she did lose one fight, right? She had like 5 fights, 4 knockouts, and lost this one, right? So she lost to this woman, this other woman, a proper a woman, yeah.
Yeah, a woman.
She lost to the woman, so, right? And,
the woman.
But the woman beat her. The woman beat her properly. You understand? And that was it. So what? I mean, in the interview, the woman's excuse was she came in at later. They came in at late on the tournament, and maybe she was more skilled than this other woman. That was it. But listen, there was another thing I was looking at. Right, there was this transgender athletes, what the scientists say, and they made this this one here. Two things. I was gonna say something else, but 2 things. First thing here, they said this left-handed athletes, right, have advantage over right-handed athletes in many sports. Okay. So they chose a sport, and they said, all right, in fencing, right, 40% of elite fencers are left-handed versus 10%. Yeah. But this is an argument, right? And left-handed fencers can compete in the same. Yeah, they can compete with each other. That was one of their arguments. You get me? Which doesn't make. Go on.
That's not fair though, because.
How do you mean? What do you mean not fair?
Because all right, you see in fencing, yeah.
Yeah.
what's it called when you're jousting? Is it jousting or something? What you do in fencing?
You tell me, bruv. I don't watch fencing either, but go on.
Yeah, I've watched fencing in the Olympics, but it's like that wouldn't be fair because when you do the start of fencing, you're obviously if you're facing a right hand, if it's right-handed and right-handed opponent, obviously you're facing each other with opposite hands, innit? But obviously, if you're facing someone that's a lefty and you're righty, you're both face. I, I, I don't know. From what I've seen on that sport, I don't think that would be. I don't see how it would be. You'll be able to compete fairly, a lefty versus a righty.
Totally, totally. This is one of the, two people were having a debate, one for, one against. Totally, you understand? And it was two people having a debate, and then this man said this thing, which I agree with this one. He said, "Look, when you're 13 boys, when boys are 13 and 14, you get that, what's it called again? Puberty, yeah." You get that
Yeah.
puberty change, and then you start getting that physically change, and then you get the muscle mass increase, bone density, and all that. Yeah, this is the start of the change. You understand? This is the start of the change where this is the start of the advantage, right? Because women don't go through that. Okay, so whether you go through puberty and then you decide to transition after that, you still have that already. You still have that puberty advantage. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You still have that advantage. So it doesn't matter if you transition after that. You still went through puberty. So the thing would be, don't go through puberty then, innit? Don't go through puberty, and then you could be a proper woman, maybe, right? Or you know, you know what I'm saying?
All right,
Go on.
all right. But to not go through puberty, they're gonna have to take something in it.
100%, my friend, 100%. But listen, when you go through the transition, you're taking something anyway, innit? You're blocking
Anyway,
you're
yeah,
blocking the
yeah,
testosterone, and you even get estrogen, yeah. You even get estrogen. So estrogen is for women, right? And the testosterone
yeah.
is for men. So it's
Men,
basically
yeah.
pushing you to be a woman more so, right? So yeah,
If that's the case, like you said, just don't go through puberty. Just start your thing from yeah. Just don't go through it.
but then at that age, you don't know. You understand? You're not even on the level to decide. I think personally, you're not on that level to
You,
decide.
you say that, but one time, I think it was last year or something, man was watching breakfast news early in the morning. Man, see a woman on there with her daughter, yeah? And
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it like, I was looking at it like, oh, there's a woman with a beautiful daughter, a little 14-year-old girl, what I thought at the time. And the woman was like, oh, yeah, my daughter used to get, no, something like, oh, my son used to get bullied at school. So, and I was thinking, oh, cool, she's talking about her next you. She's not talking about her daughter that's there. So obviously, from when she was 12 years old, my son used to get bullied at school. So one day, my son came home and said, Mom, I don't want to be a boy no more. I want to be a girl. So they've obviously gone to their doctor. They've gone through a process. And then the mom's obviously got her son on some hormone replacement thing, yeah.
Mm.
And then the girl that I thought was sat there on the sofa with their mom, was a boy that transitioned to a girl at a young age.
Mm. Mm.
So it's like these days, well, boy, when I was younger, and I know I'm talking, I sure you'll tell me the same thing as well. When I was younger, I couldn't come home and say them thing there, Mom, I want to be I wouldn't anyway, but I'm saying them thing there was just out of the question. But it's like, at what day of age can you come home and say to your mom, I don't want to be a boy no more, I want to be a girl? And for your mom to actually entertain the idea at that age, I'm not saying later on in life, but to start that thing at what, 12, 13 years old, that you've come home and said to your mum, I don't want to be a boy no more. And your mum's entertained it and started you off on the trick, bad man. I don't, I don't know what you think about that, but when I seen that, I was shocked, bad man. I was like, it's not just the shock of what's happened, is the age that they've consented for their son to do that, to trans into a woman. You get it?
Yeah, my friend. I mean, listen, that's some deep stuff, and I don't know. I can't speak on that because I don't know anything about that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that'll be.
I just had to bring it up. I just had to bring
no.
up. It's because it's when you said the part about, boy, there has to be a certain age or something. But bruv, I've seen certain things, so I just had to just throw that in there. You know?
No, totally. That's fine. But it's a strange one. It's a strange one because I you know, it's never happened to me. So that's the only way I can talk about it if I've got my experience. You know what I mean? And my experience don't go that far. Definitely not. But it's a serious thing, and I mean, look, if you it's log. I don't. It's log because there's no way around it. You know, we're not trying to say we're against it, but you know, we're talking about sports. Yeah, we don't want to get off the subject, and you know, we're talking about sports, and in the sport of it, because that was another side totally. That's a whole deep another side, and that's where counseling comes involved and therapy and all that stuff. Because you know, especially from what little I know is when they do transition to young, they usually want to change back, you know, so that's just long, especially if that happens, and hold resentment for you for even making them make that decision. You know what I'm saying? That's a long thing. That's a long thing. But the other thing I was gonna say was, listen, if the sport is all messed up anyway, right? People taking drugs and everything in athletes, yeah, in athletics and stuff like that, taking drugs in the whole of the sports, yeah, everybody's taking drugs. Well, why shouldn't they be in? Why shouldn't they let them in then? Because that's like another form of cheating, right? If everybody's cheating anyway, right? You seen remember with American athletes, Marion Jones and all them people, that was taking that stuff and all that. There was a shitload of athletes taking that, America and over here. If they're doing that already, well, shit. Why shouldn't you put trans athletes in the game then? Isn't it? What's the? It's just another form of cheating, right?
It's. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. It right is, isn't it? It is.
I just thought of that. I just thought of that, you know, because I just thought, hold on, it's because we're looking at them and saying, well, look, you couldn't compete with your peers. Now you're looking to go and tear up a next level that you know you can compete and dominate. That just sounds like you got the key, you got the special drug in it, because that's what they, you know. What do you think, old chap?
I can't. You know what? You're right with that. Right. It's just the next form of cheating. That's what it is. You're looking to gain an unfair advantage through other means. So, like you said, you got man that wanna compete in women's sport. That's cheating. And then you got people that's taking the steroid. Them, that's cheating. So when you put it like that, I can't make an argument for saying one isn't cheating and it's both cheating. It's both an unfair advantage.
100%, bro. 100%.
So one's not worse than the other. I'll be honest, because it's both cheating. It's both messing with your testosterone, and it's an unfair. Anything that's an unfair advantage is cheating, isn't it?
Totally. Yeah, that was a little.
That, so go on.
Go on.
So with you saying that, if you're gonna allow that, you might as well just say, all right, take what you want, innit? Take what you're taking.
Totally. No, I'm with you on that. Listen, I remember when I was at college, I studied that sports right stuff, and that our lecturer swear down everybody was on drugs anyway. You know what I mean? All athletes, you know, and then they should just have a drug league, innit? Have a league for people that want to take drugs, yeah. Then
Never thought of that before.
have a drug league, and if you want, and you know, maybe you can have a trans league. Maybe, I don't know. What would you think of that?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
Why not? Why not? Because it's like if you want to become that way, if you want to take that way in life with the trans way, why not have a trans league? Because they're always on. They don't get enough support. People are against them. Rare tear. People are saying they shouldn't compete in XY league. Create your own thing. So if you create your own thing, no one can't complain.
yeah, 100%. And even some of the things I've been watching, it looks like they just want to replace instead of, you know what I mean? They just want to replace women, which is impossible. But that seems like they go. Yeah, that just seems it just seems like they go in some of the things I was looking at. It seemed like they just want to replace. They're not happy with even having their own position. Because even there was some man he was talking. Where was it? There was a good thing he was talking about the Paralympics. The Paralympics, right? He was talking about the Paralympics, and they've got categories, okay, for different levels of disabilities. You understand? So, like, you know, let's just say the man is one man with a man's got one leg. You understand, or one arm, and then there's an able-bodied man who can run and can run and move his arms properly. They don't put them two together. You understand? They put them in their categories so they can make it fair. You understand? So maybe, you know, maybe they need to do something like that, where they can start looking at these trans people, putting them in certain categories where the competition is fair, fairer than it is in these other circumstances when they're clearly beating the women and taking positions from women, taking what is that? The scholarships. They could be taking scholarships, and you know how people just jump on the best thing. It doesn't matter whether it's good or not. You know that could tear down the sport. Just picking all these players just because they know they're gonna win. You know, sponsorships and all that. That's how they do. They go for that one and just jump on that one instead of the one who rightfully deserves it, who naturally deserves it. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Yeah, that's a good they should look at the Paralympics and try and solve the problem through that, because they've got it locked. If that's what they're doing. I didn't hear about that until today and yesterday on the research part. I didn't hear about none of that, but still, that's what I heard. Sounds excellent to me, mate. That sounds like definitely that
a problem solver.
Aye, you see it there. Go on.
That's a big problem solver there. That I can't see that not working.
Totally.
That but why is no one, like you said, you've heard about it through researching, but they just need to just put that into action, but
yeah, but when the agenda is to replace, potentially looking to replace, that's what it looked like from some of the things I was looking at. It looked like they'd rather replace, and then when they're not running to replace, there was a lot of people that were scared to even talk. They didn't even want to talk about it, to be honest. A lot of people didn't even want to say nothing because they're going to get cancelled. Because
I was just about to say about the whole council culture. That's what it is.
Go on, tell us.
The whole council culture. People in certain high up positions have to be careful. Like, you see me and you now. We can talk what we want to talk, in it, because You want to
Because
try
we've been at
cancel,
the
man.
belly, we've been in the belly of the beast already, and we can't take
See
us
it,
any lower,
see it,
you know?
see it, see it, see it. We've already been at that point where what you gonna do? You already cancelled, man. When you wanted to put man in that was our cancel culture, innit? You see these people at the top now. They talk certain things. They'll take them. They'll just take their platform away from them, where you won't hear from them no more. So they gotta be cultured in what they speak. So they can't. So stuff that me and you are saying these people should be doing, they could be thinking to do it. They could be thinking to do it, but they're not gonna talk the things how me and you would talk the things because of that whole cancel culture. They're scared. Like certain sports, certain footballers, they think certain things, but only some of them to a certain extent will talk certain things because it's going back, we're going off subject, but Formula One, Lewis Hamilton, he he talks the things, innit? Because they try and threaten him with this cancel thing, but he'll just keep talking the things, innit? Because he's one of the ones. He believes in the work that he puts in. You get it? But I don't know, man. It's like if you got an opinion, talk it, man.
No, I hear you. I hear
Talk it.
you. I hear you.
Talk your opinions, man.
I hear you. So what? Are we down for that one as a solvent? Maybe look at the Paralympics, how they deal with the categories and keep it fair in
Yeah,
their categories. Maybe that's something that they
yeah.
need to be doing. So they're not. So what about for the fighting and the fighting thing? Is it even possible to categorize that for
You-
for like the boxing and the MMA for that woman
I-
breaking the woman's skull and all that stuff? Is it even though she got beat by the other woman, but is there potential for making that any fairer?
How would you monitor that though? Because you'd say, all right, because you got weight classes, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not the weight class. So what is it? I don't know. I don't know how you could monitor that one. I'll be honest with you.
How can it?
Because what would you go by the level your levels of your testosterone, or you gonna go by how long you've transitioned? Like, are you gonna go for how long you did transition? So someone that transitioned 20 years ago, is it unfair to transition again to fight against someone that's just transitioned 1 year ago? You get it? Is that a thing you have to look at? That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Don't know with that one. I don't know how they would go about that. But go on.
No, totally. I don't know. I don't know either. But there must be professionals and people that wanna, if they really wanna do it, there must be a way around it. You know what I mean? There's got to be a way around it if you really want to do that, and if that's your thing, there must be some kind of answer.
Maybe it's like you said, create their own league, but
Yeah, is that what you think? That's the only way. Yeah, I
when
mean,
it
go on.
when it comes to something where, like you said about the skull get broke, yeah.
Yeah,
When it comes to something like a physical thing like that, like maybe you should have your own, create your own league. Surely they could, someone would put into that and yeah, create your own thing, man, or fight against, like, yeah, but if you're fighting against a trans versus trans, obviously create your own league because you're fighting against your own people.
you know,
I see that.
imagine that a trans versus a trans. You might as well just fight him. Go to the back to the men's boxing and box, then, isn't it?
It's that. It's that. So what was the whole point of doing what you were doing? So look, you were looking to do that. Look, you were looking to do that to create an unfair advantage because now you basically you didn't feel you could compete in the body that you were before. So it's like now you want to go and dunk on the woman them and go into the woman's thing now and think, yeah, I feel I can fist up a few women in the boxing ring or in the MMA or the bell. Get me? I could feel I could go fist them up in that. So it's like you said, if that's the case, you should have stayed fighting the man then, innit?
Yeah, it's a crazy one.
It's all mad. You know, it's the whole. We could be on this topic for a whole year and just keep going, and because it's like there's so much ifs and buts and to and from. You get it? Like there's so much, but only them people that know why they did what they're doing or what they did and why they want to fight in certain. Only they could answer these questions and sit down and tell us and be like, the reason I wanted to become the X, Y, and Z is because I feel I could have compete better as in I don't know. I can't talk for them. I can't talk for them. Only they can talk.
no,
But,
I
yeah,
hear you. I hear you. And if
it's a
if you're
mad one.
looking to hustle, if you're looking as another way to hustle and try and make your name through something, then it's a long thing, really, and it's a long thing. Don't be looking to come into the game just for hustle. If you really feel that way, and then boom, you're an athlete, you know. But look, some like this Semenya. I don't know if this Semenya is. I think this you know, they keep saying there's Semenya, there's another Mboma, there's a few of these athletes from Africa where they're saying that they're just naturally got that high testosterone. You understand? They got naturally high testosterone and they still got an advantage, you know. So and they're trying to put them ones down as well. So is that, what would you do for that? Because we're talking about straight to a woman trying to side cut through the side door and catch a gold medal through a hustle. What about if you're naturally like that? What is it fair for them to even drop, say them women, they need to drop their levels down so they can compete fair when they haven't really done anything, you know? What'd you say?
Yeah, but all right. Let me go back. You see when that scenario happened, yeah?
Yeah.
I remember me and you did speak about it when it first happened, and we were like, "Bro, what's going on there?" Then when the facts came out, remember the Cassius, remember the woman there? She went to the court of arbitration or something, yeah.
Yeah.
And she lost her battle in it, but because obviously they're saying basically you got to take something and lower your testosterone. If not, then you can't compete in the woman's thing, innit? But my thing is, if you're born that way, yeah, bro, everyone else just has to just suck it up and just pause. Everyone else just has to just, bro, just compete because you were born that way. How can you how can they see that it's fair to tell you to take something to lower your thing that you were born with? And it's not, bro. To me, people like that should just be able to compete the way they came into the game because it's not cheating.
No, totally.
You haven't taken nothing to give yourself an unfair advantage. You've just been born that way.
Totally. But there was.
I can see the angle. What I'm on.
No. Continue.
But I can see the other angle now, like where, yeah, you would look at it and be like, I could never compete against that person because other women in the thing now would be looking at it like, bro, I could never win against her because it's just not scientifically possible. You get it? But at the same time, why should you have to take something? Why?
If it's natural.
If it's natural, you were born that way. You haven't taken nothing to scientifically improve in like sports, in like performing enhancement. Why should you have to take something to bring down your levels? Is that not unfair to ask someone to do that?
I hear what you're saying. In one of their arguments, another thing they said was tall and short people. Tall and short people don't have to. If they were competing, tall and short people competing with each other, the tall person would always win. What would you say to that?
Bro, all right. Say that. Cool. Let's go to athletics now, yeah? You already know. All right. Say in 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, they're quick sprint races, yeah? Say 100 and 200 meters. Someone taller would take less strides to get to the end of the race, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
A shorter person would have a quicker outburst out of the blocks.
Working harder though. They're working harder. Go on.
They're working, yes. Because if you see Usain Bolt versus who's the next person that used to race with Bolt? Who would we say? But anyway, someone shorter than Bolt, you would see.
There was anybody in it. There was anyone that's shorter than
That's
him.
what I'm saying, because he used to, because you would see the first 30 to 40 meters, Bolt's way behind. You would see that, yeah?
100.
Then
Step it up.
Then the second half of the race, it'll step it up, and the long strides would kick in now. And then you'll see him just pass them, and then near the end of the race, you see he's all looking back at everyone else, looking at the world record, because he's just passed them. But my thing is now, there's so much ifs and buts, because if you're going to create a division for tall people, this height, short people, this height, brother, do you know how much different categories you're going to have?
100%.
Just like
100%. And that wasn't
just like boxing.
100%, bro. That was just one of the arguments that people keep bringing up, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't something that I assigned to. It was just that was just one of the arguments that came up. What was you gonna say? What, boxing? It's the same thing in boxing,
It's
isn't
just
it?
like
A tall and short person, right?
What? You're in the same weight division, yeah? But are you gonna create a different division for the height thing now? So basically, I'm the same weight category as you, but because you're a foot taller than me, I can't fight you because you got an unfair advantage because I got to reach up. Like, bro, it's gonna create so much. Like, bro, it's just gonna so much. Oh my god, it's got so much cans.
Don't
so
stress,
much
man.
Different cans.
Don't stress. Because the fact is, don't stress, man. Because the fact is, they still compete with each other anyway. If you're tall or you're short, it doesn't matter. So it's a weight thing, isn't it? In the Olympics, in the athletics, if you're tall or short, it doesn't matter. You still compete anyway. Go on.
Yeah, of course. So what if we go to team sports now? No, our basketball team can't play against them because we're shorter than their team. Is like, bro, it's all, bro. You're gonna have to just find someone like this. You're gonna have to, if you're in a football team, all 11 of you. All right, you're my height, you're my height, you're my height. Come, let's go, bro. It's mad, it's mad. But you know what? The funniest thing is, I can see it happening in years down the line. You know.
What can you see happening? What?
This whole
the category thing.
Everything
only
we're talking
people,
about. Yeah,
only tall people playing. Only short people competing.
Can compete against. Yes, I can see it happening because the way the world's going now, bad man, it's like someone's gonna be able to force something true, and then it's gonna be like, yeah, I can fight you in boxing. We're the same category, like weight category, and we're the both same height, so we can fight. But I can't fight him because he's taller than me. And I can see it happening, bad man. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be crazy, bad man. It's gonna happen.
I can't see it, but I mean, if you can see it, go. Yeah, you got vision into the future. Yeah, just
but
just
I
know,
could
just know to
see.
put your money on that person. You understand? Put your money on that person so you can win the thing. You understand? You
You're
get
gonna
me?
see it in 100-meter sprint. Everyone's gonna be the same height. Like it's gonna.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know, but hey, who knows, mate? Who knows what's around the corner? Could we, to be honest, right? I remember when I was looking at Ben Johnson, yeah, lifting up his hand
Yeah,
halfway
yeah,
through that 100-meter thing over the
yeah,
finishing line. I
yeah.
could never picture these athletics turning like this, and these, you know, you know what I mean. I could never see it turning like this, to be honest. Could you have?
So basically, what you're saying is, if someone would have asked you that question back then, you would have said the same thing now. Nah, I couldn't have seen that. Nah, and I couldn't have seen it either. I couldn't have seen this.
Couldn't have seen it, but then say, when you're talking about like Bruce Jenner,
Yeah. Oh, so Bruce
right?
gone.
Like him in there, and he felt he was like he won whatever he won at his time, but
Yeah.
he felt whatever he felt at his time as well. You understand? So potentially it could have been it could have happened. It could have happened earlier if it was more accepting at that time. It could have happened a lot more earlier, right?
Maybe. Yeah, there's more of a chance it could have.
Yeah, because I think some of the stuff he says he was fighting that battle with himself them times when he was still in the Olympics. So potentially if the world was ready for that, could have happened then. But
It
yeah,
could have.
anything else you want to say in on this? Because we've been an hour on this already. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gee, is it that long?
It's been an hour, over an hour on this subject.
Jeez, it didn't even seem that long, but now,
That's
man,
all right.
I'm ready
That's
to
all
wrap.
right.
I'm
That's
ready
all
to
right.
wrap it up. Still,
So what were you saying? Are we going with the Paralympic answer to try and
Yes, yeah,
categorize it in a fair way where everybody gets the fair
yeah,
hand? Yeah, that would be the solution
yeah,
potentially. So yeah,
yeah.
what's his name? Lord Coe? Is it Coe? Lord Coe? Yeah,
Sebastian Coe, yeah, Lord Sebastian
Lord
Coe.
Coe. Yeah. Ears up, mate. You know what you know about the Paralympics, mate. Just follow suit, innit? Follow suit.
If you're
Forget all the
listening,
long
if you're
talking.
listening, mate.
Yeah, of course he's listening, innit?
If you're listening, or if anyone knows, get me, just bug him up and show him. Yeah, this is get me.
Just drapes him up and say, "Yo, deal with the same thing as you deal with the Paralympics. What happened to you?"
Yeah, come on. Oh, it has to go, man. That's the only fair. That's the only fair solution, man.
What do you think? He's too arrogant to even try and change.
I don't know, because he's kind of a weird. He's like a. Let's not go. He's kind of a different guy as well, man. He's just. I
He
don't
was in the
know.
game though, innit? It was in the. What was he? 400, 200. He was in the game, right?
Was he 800? He was something like eight.
Some long distance
eight,
running, innit, or something.
yeah, 800. I think he. Yeah, something like that.
Right.
So he was in the game, so he should understand. But go on.
All right. So as soon as we're talking about arrogance, we're moving on to this meow. What's his name? Mr.
Who you
Clarke.
talk?
Mr. Clarke. All right. So Mr. Clarke, yeah.
Clarke.
Mr. Clarke, he got cancelled a few years ago, about these 20 women saying he done this, he grabbed me, he done that,
Oh.
crazy behavior and all that stuff. Mr. Noel Clarke,
Mm.
and I was asking a lot of people out there, and what do you think about this guy? And a lot of people just said, yeah, mate, fuck, arrogant, blah, 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 blah. Always this arrogant type thing. But with that persona that he had or has, it made people look at the thing, look at what what was said that he done. Well, yeah, he must have done it then, innit? A lot of people that would that prejudged him didn't know him and just said, "Well, yeah, look, he's arrogant. Of course, he must have done it." What do you think of this man, old chap, and the whole
Mr.
scenario?
Clarke.
Yeah, what do you think about him and the whole scenario and everything that's transpired? And we've been chatting about it a few days. What do you think about it, sir?
All right. What I think, obviously, we don't know. It's just we're just going off what we think. Yeah. I think certain things have been taken out of context. Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
I believe he's more. What's the correct word I can say? He's liable for more than what he's letting on
You wanna
because
go on?
he's a. Go on. Do I want to
No. Go on.
elaborate?
Exactly.
So
You take my
basically,
words. You took my words. Go on.
go on. I know where you're going. I know you too well. I know where you're going. But just the fact now he's saying he's basically counter he's counteracting what stuff that's happened. So basically, he said, "Yeah, I did say the woman's I did say, yeah, you've got a nice bomb." He said that to the woman. You've got a nice bomb. Yeah. So already that's one. That's one out of the 20. Yeah.
Go on.
And then there's some other things where I'm thinking to myself, like, did get me like, I don't know, man, because and then there's the other angle you have to look at it. If these women did feel he was doing such wrongdoing, why would you not have went to PC Plod?
Yeah, I
Why
get
would
you.
you why would you go straight to the tabloids about it? Why would you not like come on? Is it money you're looking? Is it him you're looking to be like, oh, don't worry, I'll pay because a lot of people with money, rather than your name go through the dirt, you'll just pay them and be like, yo, I'll pay you, but this doesn't go no further, innit?
Yeah.
So it's like you look at it like, but then again, I don't know, innit? But I just
That's
look at it
that
like,
thing is for us, isn't it? That see when people want to pay people off, right? That's for us.
yeah,
Because look,
yeah,
already this guy, we don't know this guy, okay? And we judge him already, you understand? We don't know him. We don't know nothing about him and we judge him. And that's what and to stop people judging people, then you might pay certain people off. You understand? Doesn't mean you're
course.
guilty in some circumstances, right? But you're protecting your livelihood. You understand? Because this guy hasn't been working for how many years, and they just shut him out the system, which is wrong. Which is definitely wrong, right? They didn't even call police. He hasn't been no police station. So like, what's all that about? Go on, sir.
He hasn't been investigated. He hasn't been charged. He hasn't been interviewed. Nothing. So,
And you
so
lose.
how can go on?
And you lose all your money, your potential to make more money, over some rumors that may not even be true. Yeah, rumors, allegations. They might not even be true, and then they just cut you off, and then you just can't eat. Everybody's just turning their back on you. Like
So let me ask you something.
Sorry.
Yeah. Please, can I ask you something, please?
Go for it, mate. You did.
If you can make allegations like that against Mr. Clarke, yeah, would that go against anybody else in the public eye, would you just be able to make because I swear they said, remember what's his name now? Is it Spacey, Kevin Spacey?
That was different though. He was guilty, wasn't he?
No,
Right?
but he was still working. Even but I swear, even when the allegations came out, he was still working.
I don't know. Listen, film is my thing, yeah. So they did step away
Well,
from the guy. Because look, I don't even
well,
think he's even recovered from that now. Because I don't even remember him. I don't even remember seeing him now. You understand? Because
well.
he's like he probably disappeared, but he did do that thing, and that wasn't no,
Mm,
you know. And I think the plods were involved in that thing. You know what I mean? So there
mm.
was no escaping that one. 100%. This is
All right, let me
go on. Rephrase it, old chap.
let me rephrase it then. Let's leave. Would you be able to just make allegations about anyone and they'll get cancelled, or is it just against a particular person or persons? Like, because to me, you can make allegations about anyone, but would that cause for them to get cancelled? You get what I'm saying? Like, you can just one day you can just think, all right, I don't like that person. Let me come up with allegations against them, and like, what like criteria is it to get like? Because I thought you have to go through the correct procedure, go to PC Prod, they'll file whatever, then determine if they've got enough evidence, then they charge you. Then if they charge you, you go through the court procedure. Then if you get found guilty, then you get cancelled. Not no, they haven't gone to the boys in blue. You haven't been charged. Nothing's got. It was just allegations. So at what point, like, you can do that against anyone, or is it just a particular person? What's your opinion on that?
You can do that against anyone. You know, we've seen it in like for football, for example. You understand? We've
Well,
seen it with the footballers where your brethren Mendy, yeah, got called up
yeah,
for whatever. You understand? And he's been sitting down there,
yeah.
and potentially he's innocent. You know, and some of these women, you know, it's a straight boops, my friend. It's a straight boops. They're going over there doing whatever they're doing, and they're coming out and then saying, "Raw, you know what? We got a position there. We can potentially get rich. You understand? Or get something, few bags or whatever."
But
But go
but
on.
but but the thing with that, those women went to the feds.
They did.
Andy was, but obviously it doesn't mean that he's guilty. It's just they went straight to the feds, and then obviously from that it gets put in the tabloids. So they went to the feds. He's had his day in court. He's gonna still have. He's been found not guilty for certain things. He's gonna be retrialed or whatever. So there's more than likely he could bust all them charges. But with Noel's thing now, he hasn't even like nothing. It's just allegations. So how can you get cancelled of just allegations?
Well, that's their system, yeah. That's their system that's doing the cancelling, and especially if you haven't been taken to the station or anything like that, that's another story, my friend. You know, that's another thing there. You know, that's something else, boss, isn't it? Because them, all right, them guys. That's the law, isn't it? The law is the thing. You're guilty until proven innocent, isn't it? Even though it's supposed to be the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
way
Well,
around,
it
yeah.
should be. But
Even
yeah,
though
go
even
on.
though it's the other way around, it's always like, you know, regardless of what happens, they're gonna drag you in. Me and you understand?
Mm,
We're gonna get dragged in regardless. You know, we ain't gonna get no bail,
mm.
and we're gonna have to sit down there until everything transpires. Oh, you're clear. All
Yeah,
right, boom, you're coming out now,
go.
innit? But you know, certain people, you know the thing. Certain people get their certain things, and I don't know, my friend. I don't know. I think no, I don't think they should cancel. I mean, they should be they should suspend. You understand? They should suspend and then have a look, have a look at the things, every so often, and then you can see exactly what's going on. From you can see that there ain't no charge, there ain't no nothing. Just rubbish the thing and just continue as it was, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Because clearly there isn't nothing that's concrete enough to say, yeah, this was 100%. And I know there was the thing about when the woman said he was filming, telling her to do a naked interview, and it was for
naked audition or something. Yeah,
yeah, supposedly filmed or something, and there was proof and everything that it was rubbish. So I mean, you'd weigh up that more than the other side, wouldn't you?
Yep, exactly that. So it's I don't know with that. I don't know with that whole situation. The whole situation's just it's just hearsay, innit? It's just women are saying these things, and it's just counsel the man, innit? It's like he even said the thing when he got nominated 2021. I think he said he got nominated for the award March the 29th, 2021. And then he got the award April the 10th or 11th or something like that. And he said he knew what was going to transpire because he got an anonymous email saying certain things. So it's like he said he knew what was coming, but it's all mad. Just to stop the man from working and make a living and them thing there. And for all you know, he's done nothing wrong. For all we know, he's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, 100%. He hasn't. 100%.
So to stop a man or woman's food for hearsay and allegation, that doesn't sit right with me, man. Because you can do that against anyone.
Well, listen.
You can cancel anyone.
Well, listen. Look, the thing is this. Yeah, you have to stop it. Suspend in the beginning. Yeah, because nobody knows. Nobody knows whether it's true or not. You understand? But once you find out that say half of it already you're gone through it and half of it's bare gassing, so then you just say, you know what, put my man back where he's supposed to be. You understand? This is his livelihood. You understand? This is what he does. You understand? Make him eat, innit? What's wrong?
100%. Because remember, my man saying the first thing happened in 2016, yeah? Then 2021, when he got nominated for the award, that's when all the fuckery started. He said from 2016, he apologized to the woman that once said, "Oh, you got a nice bum." He said at the time it wasn't an issue, but the woman said, "You shouldn't be saying that." He apologized to the woman, and then he had a next meeting with the woman, with a woman colleague in there as a witness, and he apologized to her. Formal writing, like he apologized formally, written, said everything. I'm sorry, that shouldn't have happened. It won't happen again. I was unprofessional. I shouldn't have said what I said. Draw a line under that. So that happened in 2016. 2021, he's got nominated for the award. When he's got nominated for the award, then he's got the anonymous email a day later after he's got nominated. That's when it all come up. 5 years from 2016 to 2021, 5 years. Why have you waited 5 years to come forward with that? If he's already apologized to you, he said whatnot, then you've gone to the media. Like, why? You don't want my man to win the award? You're like, no, I have to let everyone know what this guy is like. He said I got a nice bum. Like,
all right, look. Sorry, I gotta interject here, right? You know what, right? I don't know, right? But look, we're from the streets, right? We're from the streets, and when I was young, okay, and maybe you as well, yeah. When we was young, we approached women in the wrong way, okay? When we were young, you understand? But there's no way I'm over 20, right? over 25, even, I'm taking it far. I'm trying to go far as I can. You understand?
Well,
There's no way you can be that age and you can be saying things like, "Oh yeah, you got a nice bum," to a woman, blatantly in front of her. You understand? They're the kind of things that you would say that to somebody that you know. You understand? Where you know she ain't gonna take it in a bad way, where you ain't got no intentions anyway. That's your brethren, and you can say that to her. You understand? Or you wouldn't say that at all to nobody, because a stranger, I don't know, the way he was they were talking about that, it sounds like he was saying it to a stranger. Yeah, that is not the way. I don't care how you grow. You understand? As an adult, over 20 years old, not a child. Yeah, not a street man. Listen, we know we've seen big old man, 50-year-old man. You understand? Old man on his bike, riding the bike, will chat to a woman like that. Fair enough, because you know it is what it is. But if you can sit in here and you wanna make something of your life, there's certain things you have to do. You understand? There's certain things you have to do, and this doesn't qualify for one of them things. You understand? You wouldn't say like stuff like that to a woman and expect
you're
to
right.
be free and expect to not get no backlash from that, because that's the kind of thing. If me, look, we've been places before, me and you. Yeah, I would say that to you rather than say it to somebody else and say, "Oh, wow, look at her, she looks." You know what I mean? I would say that to you. I wouldn't say that in front of the woman. And then
you're right.
I would say I'd approach the woman much better than that, and speech it properly, and you know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what it is? Now you put it like that, yeah.
Mm.
Cool. The man's 47 now, yeah.
Mm.
That happened in 2016, 7 years ago. So he would have been 40 years old. No way are you a 40-year-old chatting in a work environment. A stranger walk past. Oh, you've got a nice bum. You're right. Now you broke it down. I didn't. It's like now when you look when you actually analyze it and look deep into it, big man, and you look at it. You don't come with that. You don't not in a work environment to a stranger. Like it's like you said, you could be with your friend and be like, oh look that girl's got out. Look that girl's got out.
Yeah, of course, of course.
You see that, but not actually that's and not in the position you're in as well, and just in a work environment in front of other people as well. Because you got to think to a woman, that's embarrassing as well.
Yeah.
Even if she has got the thing behind her, you get it. It's like that's embarrassment as well, because you got to take that and be like, "Raw, that did he just embarrass me like that in front of everyone?" And to me, that's class that is that's sexual harassment.
100%, 100%.
If you want to go there, that is sexual harassment, because you shouldn't be talking to a female like that, especially someone you don't know in a workplace like that, and be like, "You got a nice bum." Just listen to that. Just listen to what I just said. You know, in a workplace to a stranger, "You've got a nice bum." That's not right, bad man. He's. That's what I'm saying. There's more to what he's letting on out of those 20 women and the 20 allegations. Him pushing up himself with woman in the lift, than him saying to women, "Oh, if you know what's good for you, I'm your boss." So he's basically using his. He's using his status to encroach himself and onto women.
I don't know, right? I don't know if that's the case, because in some of the things he did say that it wasn't one sided. So I don't know what side they said. You understand? Listen, we know the game, my friend. We know the game. We know the banter game, and we know the flirting game, and it goes both ways. And you know when you can do it, and normally you know when you can do it and when you can't do it. You understand? So I don't know about that. What I do know is that that thing that you said there, I don't care if you're from the street, yeah, the only thing, and it's not a thing anyway. It's not a thing anyway. It's a thing for where you should know better. That's all. It's not nothing that should get anybody cancelled. Yeah, it's just a thing where, my friend, you're a big man. You should know better than that. From talking to people like that, you know, I know. Listen, man, we when we was little, when we was younger, oi, come over here. We ain't got no skills how to talk to a woman. You understand? We don't have no skills, but
100%.
you let go of that.
100%.
You let go of that long time ago, and when you're all 20 or 30 and all that, you know that there ain't no
That can't
there
go
ain't
on.
there ain't no
That can't go on.
no, there ain't no chat up line. There ain't none of them silly lines. You just be normal. You just be normal and just go and talk. You understand? Simple as that. And that's usually the best one. That works.
100%.
So when he was saying things like that, that was kind of nuts for me. That kind of just said, "Raw, that's some."
You haven't grown out.
Maybe, but then what he was saying is like remember when he was talking about teeth in the shoes. And the teeth of man's shoes, and he said, what my teeth in your shoes? I didn't get involved. So if you didn't get involved in things, why did you get involved in things? You understand? If you didn't get involved in certain things, why would you get involved in the attitude of that? Why would you have the attitude? Because you know, we all had the attitude, but you know, certain people were involved. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, of course.
after you get to a certain age, whether you're involved or not, the fact is, you know what you're doing. You don't approach no women like that, because you ain't get what you're gonna get what you give out there. You ain't getting nothing, because what you're giving is nothing.
100%.
You understand? I don't know.
100%.
But that doesn't mean that the man get cancelled. That doesn't, even that little thing there when he said he apologized and everything, and fair enough, he apologized, and there, you know, as long as that was accepted by the woman, then party's over for that thing. But then that doesn't mean you get cancelled. You understand? Especially
If worse come,
go on.
if worse come to worse, you do a little one counseling session or something. You get it, or a little one. Get me that, but not to counsel a man or a woman, not to counsel someone over that. You shouldn't have got cancelled over that. Cause it's like what you just said. Sorry to cut you. That got resolved 5 years prior, innit? We stepped on that. We rubbed that out. We get me. We came to an understanding. I apologize. You accepted it. We move on. And then woman after woman started saying, I get me. I feel like I should come forward as well to make you know what this guy is like. So it's like, I don't know. It's mad, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, mad.
I don't think it's anything, to be honest. I think, I mean, don't get twisted. I think maybe it's something serious. Maybe it is something serious. Maybe he was getting too big for his boots, and they thought they need to cut him down. If he says what he says he was doing, and trying to open doors for other people, I don't know. But I was watching that one interview that I told you to watch today. Remember that one interview where I told you to watch today, and the person said something to him like like, hey, I remember seeing you back in the days in some place, blah blah blah, and he wasn't the nicest person. You understand? And usually that's, you know, you are who you are, innit? You know what I mean? But you know, I'm one of the. I agree, right? If you got skills and you're talented, my friend, show off as much as you like. You understand? As long as you're good at your thing, and you know you're good at your thing, you can say as whatever you like about it. That's what I believe in. Talk it however you want to talk it, because you know you got to sell yourself, and nobody else is gonna sell you as much as you can sell yourself. You know what I mean? So
Sell yourself.
So I think you can be strong and say whatever you like. Confident is the word. You can be confident. There's nothing wrong with confidence in my eyes. Be confident as much as you like. But arrogance is something else, different than confidence, right?
What's your aspect on the difference between confidence and arrogance?
Do you remember? I can put it in. arrogance. Arrogance is like you just don't. You think you're. It's like you're better than everybody, right? Arrogance is like you're better than everyone, and you don't give a.
Yeah.
You don't care about nothing else. Don't talk to me. Don't
Yeah.
even approach.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Even approaching me? You understand? You should know
Yeah.
better than that.
Yeah.
And confidence is just confidence. Your confidence in. Your confidence in what your skill is, what your craft is. You can do that. But that doesn't mean you're going to be dismissing people. You understand? That means people can approach you still. You understand? And you would help people out. Go on.
So with what you told me you were watching the other day, was that person basically saying he was coming off as arrogant then?
I think so. I think the person was saying that, and that was that's why I like that one, just for that bit, a little bit, and some other things. I like that one because that was real. You couldn't really escape that, right? It is what it is.
Yeah.
It happened how many years ago? Whatever. You was like this years ago. Maybe you're not like that now, but still, that's how you was then. I like that because that was something real that was taken from that. Whether all right. Sometimes people can misinterpret or how can you put it out? Don't know how you're putting out. You can say things. I've said things to people, right, where I think it's cool what I said, but they've taken it the wrong way. You understand?
Yeah.
So sometimes we do have to be mindful for certain things that we say. We might not think it will hurt somebody, or for example, and it might. You know what I mean? And especially in a position of power, you understand? You got to be careful that you're not stepping on people. You want, especially if you're in charge of people and you want to get the best out of people, right? You need to work with them. You can't be talking down to them or trying to run them like some slave, because they're just gonna resent you, and then they're not gonna do nothing for you. Then it's gonna come back to you. You're not getting the best out of this person. You got to be skillful in how we're talking to most people out here, right?
All right. Let me ask you a next question then, yeah?
Go on, sir.
Do you feel to get where he's got to, you would have to have a bit of arrogance about you? Or do you feel that's not essential to have arrogance in you to get to the level where he's got to? Or to get where to anyone's got to high up in anywhere in that type of, you know what I'm saying?
Me personally, I don't think so. I don't think you need the arrogance. You know what I mean? I think you need confidence, 100%. And
yeah, of course.
I think you need confidence, definitely. But arrogance, no, you don't need that arrogance. Look, most of these horrible people, right? Most of these people controlling certain things, they are like that. You understand? So, in my eyes, yeah, you should be becoming better than that. You shouldn't be like these people. Yeah, you should be much better than these people. And especially if you've got the talent and skill to do better than them, why be like them? Do you know what I mean? Why be like them? No, I don't think you need to have arrogance to do to get up to be the best in wherever you want to go. No, I don't think you need arrogance. I think you just need to be.
Okay.
Go on, sir.
To get an understanding, I'm going to name 5 people to you, and you tell me if you think they're come across as confident or arrogant people, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Cristiano Ronaldo, does he come across as confident or an arrogant person? Remember,
here we go. Not to take it back to football again. Not to take it to football again.
No, it's not just him, but people need to understand. We didn't rehearse this, so it's like I'm just coming on like what you're just coming on. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Totally, and I'm gonna give
confident or arrogant.
And I'm gonna give you my opinion, what I think. I don't know the brother. I don't know them at all. You understand?
But how he comes across.
I think he's confident.
You don't think he's not arrogant? Okay, that's your opinion.
My opinion, exactly.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, boy, okay, I think he's confident, but I see a bit of arrogance.
Okay, so he's got. So you can see a bit in box. So you can see two of the same thing in him.
I could see a bit of you know what? Even to think about it, no, I could see a bit of arrogance in Jay-Z and confidence, definitely.
Okay. No, Novak Djokovic.
Boy, you see that one? That's a strange one because I don't even know that. No, I don't even watch him that much to even know what he's if he's arrogant or confident. You know what I mean? To be
All right,
honest,
but when you have seen him,
I
or what you've heard of him
I
or
don't think
understand
I,
about him, would you?
I don't think I've seen arrogance from him. I don't think what little I've seen, to be honest. Yeah, go on.
Oh, okay. Fourth person, say fourth person. Jose Mourinho.
Oh, come on, easy. More arrogance
Go
than
on.
confidence. He's got confidence as well, but he's arrogant.
Okay. I'm getting an understanding of the confinement between arrogant and confidence. And the last person, Noel Clarke.
Do I think only based on my opinion from what we've
Yeah.
seen and everything?
Yeah, what you've seen and
Yeah, I
heard.
mean,
Yeah.
and definitely what that person said in the thing. Yeah, I would say he's got a bit of arrogance as well, but I'd say he's confident as well,
A very confident person.
and
In
that's okay. And I don't listen. I don't. I think any level of confidence is fine. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with confidence because it's when you mix the arrogance with the confidence. That's when you're coming with them bad mixtures there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So with Jay-Z and Jose Mourinho, yeah,
Mm.
without the arrogance, do you reckon they would have made it to the person they are today? Or do you reckon they needed that arrogance to get them to where they are today?
No, I don't. I think they would. Me personally, I think they would have made it because your skill and their talent is 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 there. It stands alone. You don't need to speak about it. It's there, and
Mm.
they would have made it regardless whether they were arrogant or not. I think personally, you know.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear still because I know it's always you asking me and RT these questions. So it's good to hear your opinion and feedback. And because remember, I'm a person. I get this is where I probably go wrong in life. I probably get arrogance and confidence mixed up within other people and within myself. You get it? So it's
Mm.
like it's good to hear because I know you're a person I come to with my problems and you tell me your problems. So it's good to hear your input and get me to give me an understanding of between arrogance and confidence. You get it? So it's good to hear your opinion on them five people that I mentioned because all of them that I mentioned, I reckon they all got a bit of arrogance in them, in it. What I see of them. But to me, you have to have confidence within yourself to get to where these people, or even not them, to get to where you want to in life. You've got to have confidence within yourself.
100.
But maybe you have to have a little bit of arrogance. I don't know in it, but maybe you have to have a little bit of arrogance to get to certain levels. I don't know in it. That's what I feel.
No, I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, yeah. What? So what? What are you saying? Does it depend where the level you want to go? Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe because look, the people that I consider that I mentioned to you, Novak, he's at a high level. Jay-Z, Cristiano, I can't remember the other two. And but those people, I see them as arrogant. I see they've got arrogance about them, but their arrogance has made them get to that top level where no one can't really chat to these people because Jay-Z's at the top of his profession. Novak's at the top, Cristiano's at the top. I see these people as arrogant people, but it's like maybe they're arrogant, maybe their overconfidence is come across as arrogant to me. Do you see what I'm saying?
And that's what I think it is. I think normal people, okay, cannot differentiate from arrogance too much and confidence. You understand? Because when I was looking at everybody, for let's take Mourinho, yeah, we take Mourinho for example, right? You know,
Yeah,
and everybody thinks he's arrogant, and you know he's way confident. He knows how good he is, yeah, and he's got the credentials to show, yeah.
yeah,
But I remember at the Grenfell thing. Remember that Grenfell disaster, right? He was the only manager to show out there. He was the only manager to turn up from the Premier League to show support. You understand? And he does support in certain other things. You understand? So is that arrogance? If you was arrogant, you wouldn't show your face at all, right?
If he was arrogant, he wouldn't have shown up if he was arrogant.
I think
If he was arrogant, he would have just kept he would have kept away from that whole scenario and just thought, I'm not getting involved. That's nothing to do with me. I've got my millions. I don't need to go around. So
I think when you know some people you know, I know what I'm doing. For example, I know I'm confident in what I'm doing, and I'm okay with it. Yeah, but I know some people do misunderstand it and take it as arrogance, whether they don't want to say it or not. You understand? But it's usually that's their issue. You understand? That's their issue. And you know, I don't think I'm superior over anybody. You understand? I don't think I'm looking down on everybody. You know, I'm on the same level as everybody, but I just know what I can do. You understand? And that's the difference, where you don't need to be up there looking down. And look, guaranteed, them people, because they want to go higher and higher and higher, and you see it in like people that work in the city, the financial places like that, where they're money motivated, and it's high gambles, high levels, and they get that buzz off of earning a shitload of money and potentially losing a lot of money, you know. And they got that, they turn their nose up to certain people, and no, I don't feel you need to do that, to be honest. With confidence, you're confident, you're okay, you're confident in your ability, you're confident in a lot of things. And that doesn't mean, you know, because when you start stepping on people, looking down on people with the arrogance, that's something else. To me, that's not confident. That's not confident. That shows you got some weakness, some issues that maybe you didn't deal with, where you have to put people lower than you or stuff like that. You understand?
I hear that. That's a good explanation. I hear that, man. But let me show you one thing. You see where you said the part, I know what I'm doing and I know where I'm going, yeah? Can't you see where, not me, but some people would look at that and be like, he's sounding a bit arrogant, like.
No, I can't see that, because, you know, let's just say I said it to you, you said it to me, your mate said it to you, and everybody said it.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? We all know where we're going. We're all confident in ourselves. We're all sure. So what's the problem then? You know what I mean? I don't see no problem.
But that's like you. But it's like you said. If everyone was to say that and think like that, but you got some people, like, not everyone thinks like that, innit? It's got some people that they haven't got the confidence, like, say, like, I've known you for, say, we've known each other for a few years now, yeah? I would say you're a very confident person, innit? From my experience from knowing you, I say you're a very confident person. So it's like, but someone that hasn't got the same confidence as you, with hearing something like that, like, you saying, I know where I'm going, I know who I am. Ready. Someone might be like, my man's sounding a bit like full of himself, innit? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, 100%. I get what you're
But
saying.
because I know you, I know you're not. I just know you're a confident person with yourself, and if you say you're gonna do something, achieve something, you know what you can do. You're gonna go out of your way to achieve that goal because I know that you know that because I know that you're a confident person. You're very confident within yourself and your own ability that you know you can achieve that. But someone else that hasn't got the same confident level as you may look at that as like, oh, my man's like a bit up himself, isn't it? Like
Listen,
thinking like that.
listen, right? When I weren't confident, right? When I wasn't confident and I was looking at other confident people, this is my
Yeah.
opinion, okay? This is just my opinion. When I wasn't confident and I saw other confident people, I saw them as arrogant. Now, did I see them as arrogant because it was something that I was missing? You understand? Did I see them as arrogant because maybe it's something that I wanted to take on board myself? Not the arrogance, the confidence, you understand? Maybe that was that. I don't know. But I know I had to get up from whatever rubbish I was under to put myself in that certain that lane, that gear, you understand? The gear
Yeah,
of
yeah, of
get
course.
up and go and do what you have to do, you understand? Get up and go and do what you have to do. Nobody ain't gonna get it for you. Nobody's gonna do it for you. You gotta do it, and also you're only getting what you put in. You understand? So if we're gonna sit out here doing nothing, joking around, then that's what you're gonna get
Not
out
gonna
of
get
it. And I understand.
yeah, Joe.
that, and I've read a lot of books, and the books say the same thing. The books say the same thing. You're getting what you put in. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's not. It's not. It's not arrogance. It's confidence. Because I'm not. You don't shit on people. You just you try and help as much as you can. But then there's a lot of people that you try and help. Yeah. And they don't want help. They want to use you. You understand? They want to take the piss because they're lazy. I've had many people, in my thing, what I do, that I turn around and say to them, "Yo, look, I can help you with this." I've told you enough times. I'm not gonna go into details about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
know what
don't.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
And it's like they want you to do everything. You understand? They want you to do everything. And moreover, they want you to do everything on the lowest kind of fees. You understand? If if any. So no, what I see is, you get a lot of people that taking the piss, and you get a lot of people that are not confident themselves. And instead of trying to learn from that person, you put that person down, and or you judge them and look at them and say, "Right, look at this idiot," which is maybe, and I think is what a lot of people have done for this man, Mr. Clarke here. You understand? They've done that to him and just saw the confidence with a bit of arrogance, and just prejudged him and said, "Oh, fuck it, yeah, of course he done it." You know what I mean? I don't know what he done, but what I do know is, for when you want to make whatever you want to make, you need the confidence.
Okay.
And depending on what level, like you said, you might need a touch of arrogance. Yeah. But I don't feel you need the arrogance personally. Yeah. I don't feel you need it. What is comfortable is it's different to everybody. You understand? Everybody's comfort levels is, they might say I need 10 billion. To some people, they might say they need 1 million. You know what I'm saying? What's comfortable? You might need 500,000. It depends what the different comfort levels are to one person. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
But go on,
Oh, that was a
Johnny,
good
try
one.
and
I
drop
like
some
that one.
questions to Rouse Clarke. Where you
Nah,
going with?
I like that. You know what it is, and I'm just to irritate, like, just to talk to everyone. we didn't plan that there. So it's like that just went off the head top there, innit? So it was, I don't like doing that little that little interchange thing there, because I liked hearing your feedback this time, because
Listen to me.
that's the gate.
Listen, no. I'm just reiterating on that. Listen, yeah, this is my thing, yeah, but it's not my thing. This is our thing. You understand? This is whoever drops on this thing is everybody's thing. It's not me. It's not you. It's not Artie. Yeah, it's all of us. You understand? We all jump
It's all
in.
of us,
We all do our bit. But then, you know, there's something that we have to follow, though. You understand? I'm not going to say no details, but there's stuff that we have to follow and that we have to do before we get to the today and potentially the Wednesdays. You understand? So,
yeah,
and all it is just like a half an hour or an hour within the week. Minor things. You go out and go a drink. You'll go out and do whatever you like to do on that thing and just waste that time as well. No time wasting. Do what we got to do. We get out, we do our exercise, we go and do our work,
in and
whatever
out.
we need to do. Listen, man, we just keep it moving, my friend. And that's how I know things work. Things work if you just do what you have to do and you're happy and confident in what you're doing. You know what I'm saying, boss? Was good
100%.
questions. I liked it, my friend.
100%.
You get some props for that, yeah? You pay rise. Double your money. Listen, whatever you was getting.
I'll give you the details after.
No. Listen, whatever you was getting, I'm gonna triple it, okay?
Double. Triple. Rotted. Triple. Yes. Yeah, man. Triple that. Yes. Man. But to put laugh and joke to one side, I did like that. I did like that one there, because we had the first discussion, but that one there, that made me look into my life and the way I look at people and the way people look at me. That made me look at things in a different aspect now, between arrogance. And I hope that's helped other people look at their self with looking at arrogance and confidence, and maybe it can help you guys as well, rather than just help everyone look at yourself differently, because that has helped me in a major way, and hearing you talk about it as well. And yeah, it was a good one there, that arrogance. And that's all talking about Mr. Clarke, and it hit me, and then it's gone to, yeah, man, that's a good one.
Listen, I hope the brother gets back on, yeah? I'm not the greatest fan of the movies, yeah? But still, they need to be here, you understand? They need to be here. The guy's got skills, he's creative, he mixes it up, he does whatever he does. We need people like that, you understand? You know? So
100%.
I hope they bring him back into the thing. After they found out he didn't do jack shit, bring him back in the thing, give him his dues, give him more awards, whatever, you know. Let's see the work he's been doing, you know. Man's been sitting there, must be doing a hella writing, you understand? So, you know, let's see what all that stuff's about, definitely. And
100%.
around listen, man, this show is about talking, debates and everything else, but also it's about learning from each other, you understand? Learning from others. Hopefully we can catch people not going down certain paths, you know, if we can share our experiences, and that will stop people doing certain things. Definitely we're down for all of that stuff. And also we'd like to get that Wednesdays going in hard, you understand? Because Wednesdays is about fun and laughter and all that stuff, which I think is needed a lot, you know, right? It's definitely needed. We always have to, you know, I'm always laughing and making jokes. We're always making jokes. And, you know, I just want to share that with everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's a confidence thing. That's not an arrogant thing. You know what I'm saying, bruv? That's not an arrogant
100%.
thing. That's confidence. We want to, you know, I got my little R&B thing, my little R&B group where I will always fling down some old school R&B joints, and every time I put it on there, I just say, look, spread the love, share the love, because the R&B is lovely music, and it's good to feel nice, you know what I'm saying? It's good to have nice feelings, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Ro, look at that. Look at that time. Hour and 55. We nearly went 2 hours on this place, man. It's the longest I think we've done it, right?
It is.
I think this is the longest. Yeah. The longest with less people. What's going on? Man like Artie, what's going on, bruv? Holler at us, man. What's going on, bruv?
Come on.
Yeah, so yeah, blessings everybody. Thanks for whoever's listening. Big up every time. We try and jump on the Wednesdays one. What? Anyway, we try and jump on the Wednesdays. Subscribe and then you'll see when we jump on the Wednesdays. Wednesdays is about fun. Sundays, debate, topical debates. Always topical, whatever's the thing, or the serious debate. That's what we do on the Sundays. And we like to laugh on Wednesdays. Whether we're on here or not, you know what I'm saying? You want to drop anything, old chap?
No, just thanks for everyone that's tuned in, everyone that's listening.
Where's Becky Lou?
Everyone's.
Where's Becky Lou? I didn't see you today. What's going on, Becky Lou? What happened? You asleep?
She in the chat today?
No, I didn't see no chat from Becky Lou today, so I was a bit surprised. But hey, I saw it go, man. I saw it go. Anyway, big up. Big up, peoples. Next week, Wednesdays. Let's see how it goes, yeah? Blessings.
Big up, everyone. Big up. Bless.